Howdy, howdy, howdy. I hope you're all doing well. Let me just turn the sound off.
Avec l'air fryer Philips, cuisiner...
There you go. Well, that just proves I've got audio. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a lovely day. Well, it's just come to my attention that the Sunaks, they've been at it again. Maybe it's inadvertently. Well, they benefited from COVID startup fund, invested nearly $2 million in firms linked to Akshata Murty. What is it about Rishi Sunak? Does he seem to think that maybe, oh, it's the missus, it's got nothing to do with me? Well, I don't know if you remember when he was being interviewed by Sky while he was on site, and he was very shifty and was asking very uncomfortable questions. I can't remember who the reporter was, but it did put him on the spot. It really did. And it's my wife's company. Rubbish! You're benefiting from it. You're dipping your blooming toe in that swimming pool that's been heated by, well, the changes to the grid. I just find this all a little bit, how to put it, mind-numbingly. It's just blowing my mind when no one's saying or doing anything. How many videos have I made about this? About Rishi Sunak? Now, about, when was it now? About 2 years ago, maybe even 3 years ago, well, early days of this channel's about 3 years old now, and it's still shit. And I was going to make a video about Rishi Sunak. I had a little bit of inside, not sort of inside knowledge about him and his wife. And I was warned, don't do it. They're very powerful. Which obviously they are. Because they're getting away with flipping blue murder. Now you know as well as I do, if it was you or I that was doing, had our hand in the old cookie jar, like Rishi Sunak and his missus, we'd be in flipping jail by now. Well, actually maybe not, because there's no room. But anyway, we might be in jail by now. Michelle Moan, what about her? Personally pocketed at least 30 million. Well, actually, it's nearly 90 odd million between her and her husband and her kids. COVID loan money. Why isn't she locked up? This is obvious fraud. And I've got to say things like allegedly. They're staring you blatantly in the face. And it gets investigated. And what do they say? Allegedly. No, inadvertently, that's the word, no, inadvertently, they say. What a whole load of flippin' bollocks. I'm sorry, but this is getting beyond well, it's beyond a joke anyway, but it's just getting... Where is the people? Where are they? They should be on the flippin' streets. They should be lynched. Tarred and feathered. Because at the end of the day, even though Akshata Murty might be the one who's the benefactor here, he's the one who's signing it off. When he was the flippin' chancellor of the exchequer. Yeah, he was a flippin' chancellor, all right? He's a grifter. Rishi Sunak, you're a grifter. And that's not allegedly. Blatantly flippin' obvious. Urgh! I've had it up to here with it. And I'm in France. It shouldn't even bother me. I said, sod you. Get on with it. You know? Well, I don't know why I care. Oh. Anyway, I'm having this fit. Sorry. Hence, this is an extraordinary live stream. Because I wasn't going to go live until my son showed me this. Oh. Sunak's COVID startup fund invested nearly £2 million in firms linked to his wife. And see, the thing is, this is on top of what I already knew. This is Wordsmith, for instance. A company that was in about 9 million in debt, pretty much flat on its face. Oh, Richie said he rubs his hands together. He said, oh no, I can save, I can. We can use some COVID loan money. Oh, that's what we'll do. And then it failed anyway. Own the taxpayer, huge amounts of money, but also the creditors. It went under for 16 million. It owed. This is Wordsmith. I think it's some typing pool or so, I don't know. These people are corrupt. Sorry, but they are. And her husband happens to be the flippin' Prime Minister. Not voted in, I hasten to add. Anyway, before we get into that, I want to see what you had to say after my bit of madness. Oh, I just had enough of it. I really have had enough of it. It actually gets me down. What really gets me down is that so many people are not saying anything. They're not doing anything. You know, this. You've been ripped off. You know, I can't move it. Why not? Why can't I? Oh, I'm on the wrong blinking screen. There you go. I might have to squeeze that down a bit. That'll be a better idea, wouldn't it? Oh, crikey. There's so many people struggling. I'm flipping struggling. I know my flipping problems are nothing like, you know, people in England. What troubles they're going through. And I see Reagan's here, you know, he's looking for a job at the moment. And he's struggling with his live stream, trying to get that. Not struggling with it, I mean, he's working hard to try, you know, doing what he can to get that up and running. Don't forget, Reagan Elite has got his own live stream. And also, he does videos every single day. And he's trying to push it at the moment because he's got some free time on his hands because he's currently out of work. So, you know, he needs support as well. Even if it's just like videos and stuff. That makes a big difference in sharing videos. It does help, you know. Because just like my channel now, even though I'm going flipping loopy here, the best thing I can do is actually try and build the channel. My channel ain't moved. It is so slow. My woodworking channel, which is much smaller than this, gets more subscribers every month than this channel. It's nuts. There's a video on my woodworking channel that's done over 200,000 views. That's not even a short. It's crazy. You know, this kind of content, with current news and stuff, it should do way better. It doesn't. It's hard going. It's hard graft. I don't know. It's a bit of a wind here, isn't it? That's what I'm not sure what the video's about. It weighs heavy on my mind. But anyway, got to pay your bills, you know. So the petition. Oh, so Duke Vengeance says, hello, Duke. I hope you're happy. Have you murdered anyone today? I hope not. Don't do it. No. Even look at the urge. He's a bit angry, Duke gets a bit angry. A bit I am at the moment. I feel a bit angry. I think it's frustration. I've been doing this channel now for 3 years. This September, it was like 2 years, sorry, since I was at Ginger Island. Time flies, doesn't it? And in that time, I've flipped seen all sorts of shit that's going on. Because when you follow it, you obviously you try and. Because what I do is, if I find a story, I'll try and cross-reference it with other stuff, just make sure it's real. And it isn't kind of, you know, it's quite. I've been caught out before, so I'm a bit nervous now because people tell me off. But because of that, it's hard going. It is hard going. Oh, so anyway, Billy Kershaw. Oh, who else we got here? Oh, Susan DeWitt. I hope you're well. I hope your Rosa's gaming channel's doing okay. I ain't been on there for a while. I just remembered. And Billy Kershaw, who's Zebediah Thomas. He's also got a YouTube channel, has who's Zebediah Thomas, and it's quite funny. Just listen to your Scottish accent. Do you know what's quite funny, though, right? You gave me phonetics in the comments, right? Because I say things wrong. Did you with your strong Scottish accent? That was Scottish Welsh. Oh. Anyway. So, evening all, says Ben Riddings. I hope you're well. Oh, dear. And Sharon Gate. Bonsoir. Bonsoir to you, too. Bon oui soon, I imagine. I won't be saying that to you, though, because that'd be a bit saucy. I might say it to the missus. Ruth Guffery, but she's in England at the moment. Hello, number 3, I hope you're well. And Reagan Elite, as I said before. And Gingers! Gingers has been to see me, she has. She saw her tree. You know, doing a rewilding here, and she's seen her tree. Well, 2 trees, actually. She got her trees are getting bigger now. They're sort of like that. Sort of size. It's been about a year, I think. About a year. Must be that now. Oh dear. Vincent Brennan, even and all. 91 leads. Scrolling down. White collar conservatives flashing down the street, says Billy Kershaw, pointing their plastic finger at me. If 6 was 9. Oh, Jimi Hendrix. Oh, crikey, yeah. Talk about Jimi Hendrix. He's on the wall behind me. That he is. He is. He's him on the wall, in the middle of it. So, oh, there. Oh, hang on. Oh, not that. Oh, don't do that. Barry Green. Hello, Barry Green. Hi, from 87. Are you in 87, Barry? I'm in 87. I talk about in France, I take it. Hi from 87. Brexit is over, and so are Tories, and you need to talk about Ukraine and Israel, and you'll have my ear. World War III, here we go. I don't want to talk. I'll be absolutely honest with Barry Green. I don't actually have enough knowledge on it, and I'm very concerned. I'll upset people. I don't want to upset anybody because it's a very diverse, very sensitive subject on both sides. Is it World War III? Here we go. Maybe you're right. I don't know. Deeply concerning, and it depresses me. And the thing is, it's very reactionary. Everything that happens is reactionary. Like the bombing of the hospital was the reaction from people was very reactionary and not necessarily accurate. Now, I've done that before. My videos reacted to stuff. Oh, I think I got excited about it, made a video, and then realised, hang on, no, I shouldn't have done that. It's easy done, you see. It is. It's easy done, and I think you've got to be careful. So I'd rather not actually... Sorry, Barry, but I'd rather not talk about this thing. And Brexit is not over. By no means. You think Brexit is over? Oh, boy, Gideon, you've got a shot coming your way. Let's say bank passporting for a start. That's one. That's going to cripple the UK. And now we've got flipping even the label thing. That is that is going to be an absolute nightmare for businesses. It ain't going to work. This isn't going to work. I just watch this stuff. It's a face palm moment. Oh, Kool-Aid, hello there. Oh, I could do with a Kool-Aid. Oh, I got one here. Okay. Got a shandy today. Oh, Madman 33, I didn't see you there, buddy. Oh, okay. Good evening, peeps. Just getting ready to face the storm to get to work. You got a storm? We've had rain today, yesterday, but we haven't had those storms as yet. I don't want storms. Normally we get giant hailstones. And if Barry Green, who might be in 87, if he is in France, you know what I mean by flipping hailstones. Oh, giddy aunt. They're like golf balls coming down. Sometimes bigger than that. Scroll down. Are we at the bottom already? Oh, cool. And alright, let's go down there. Who we got here? Oh, need to bring that over. Oh, what have we done that for? Got 44 people there. It's not bad for a last minute stream. Not exactly planned, was it? You know I do Sundays, don't you? Yeah, do a Sunday stream. Usually that's a little bit earlier. I just saw this. I thought I'm going to do a video. Oh, Jamie Ashton. Hello, Jamie. I hope you're well. And Alistair, hello there. I hope you're well too. Hey, nice one, Reagan. He's put a link on there to my woodworking channel. That's doing all right, actually. I think the last 2 weeks, obviously, because I'm starting to put material back up on there daily, I've seen a marked increase in views and also in subscribers. So I'm quite pleased, and also it's nice work to do. You know, you feel that you're actually helping somebody. You know what I mean? When you make something or show somebody how to do stuff, it feels like you're actually helping somebody. And there's something to be said for that. There really is. This channel just feels like I'm ranting. Because I'm angry. Like, do vengeance. Urgh. Yeah. I just noticed I'm a bit bright. Am I a bit bright? That's a bit. That's it. I think that's a bit about this. I've got to think about my complexion. You see. Right. Oh, cool. That apartheid. Oh no. Done it. All right. 91 litres. Matt, hello, Matt. Evening, all. Evening to you too. Well, anyway, should we get on with it before I just rabbit on for too long? And we don't get to the point, because there's a couple of things I want to cover on this, and I'm going to go over also what happened with Ms. Wordsmith as well. But this is just, oh, crikey. Now, Oh, let's bring it up. There you go. So yes, Sunak's COVID startup fund then invested $2 million in firms linked to his wife. Right? Don't forget, about a few weeks ago, she said about this, or they said, "Oh, here go my camera again." That's done it twice today already. Oh, you little devil, you. There you go. I'm back. Oh, I think I need to find a new USB port. I don't like that one. So anyway, Rishi Sunak is a 4K camera, you see, and it requires 3.1, so it's quite hungry. But anyway, Rishi Sunak's wife, Akshata Murty, to wind down venture capital fund, which is basically a catamaran business, and it's that what invests in lots and little startup businesses all over the place, which has been getting funding from this fund. So 4 businesses linked to Akshata Murty, Shitty Murty, revealed to have received investment from the much criticised Future Fund. So Rishi Sunak's controversial fund to support startups during the COVID pandemic. Yeah, me. Not me, but as if I was Richie. Yeah. Support them lot. They're all greed, isn't it? It's just pure and utter greed. While people are suffering, they can't pay the bills. And they're creaming it. They've got a hand in the cookie jar. Controversial fund to support startups during the COVID pandemic invested nearly $2 million in companies linked to his wife. Now, the Guardian analysis has found the Carousel Ventures, a company part owned by Akshata Murty, venture capital firm, got an investment of $250,000 from the Future Fund to help fund its ownership of a luxury underwear business. I wonder if it's got anything to do with Michelle Bone. That's what her business was, wasn't it? I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised there's a link there somewhere. Anyway, I'm speculating there a bit, I suppose. But, well, it can be disclosed. Well, you know, so. The underwear, that is. Anyway, it is the 4th business linked to revealed to have received an investment from the fund set up by Sunak to support startups when he was chancellor during the COVID pandemic. Okay. So none of Murty's investments that benefited from the Future Fund appear publicly on Sunak's register of ministerial interests. Oh, inadvertently. Bastard. Anyway, critics have raised... About flippin' time, critics have raised concerns over a lack of transparency. He's been doing this for years. For Christ's sake. They all know what's going on, and no one says anything. It's been made public more than once. I just dumbfounded. I just don't get it. The press don't jump on it, do they? Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Keith Rupert Murdoch. No wonder. Well, critics have raised concerns over the lack of transparency and the potential for perceived conflict of interest, given that Sunak launched a scheme to help startups, a sector in which his wife is a known investor. I think West Streeton was involved with that as well, if I remember rightly, regarding handing out the money. Maybe some questions there to be asked of Labour, I don't know. Just putting it out there. So other investors in Carousel Ventures, via an intermediary, I can't even say it now, intermediary fund, include Andrew Griffith, a Conservative MP who now is a Treasury Minister under Sunak, and Brent Holberman, a businessman who publicly pleaded with Sunak to bring in such a scheme and save our startups. Stop it, Rishi Sunak. Oh my giddy up. Did you see him get off that aeroplane? The ramp comes down. There comes Richie. You see head and shoulder shots. Everybody's around him. All the flippin' video and pictures that all take while he's standing on the ramp. So he's higher. It looks like he's towering over them. He'd be out there, oh, hello. Actually, I'm no taller than him, to be honest, we're the same height. I'm just a little bit broader. Yeah, I'm hunky. That's the word. I'm hunky. No, okay, maybe not. So anyway, the £250,000 loan to Carousel Ventures. Oh, the loan's okay. They can pay it back. No, they don't, because these businesses have been going under. They've owed the Exchequer so much money. So £250,000 loan to Carousel Ventures has now been converted into equity so that the UK taxpayer owns a small stake in the revolutionary shapewear company. Right, so that one's not so bad, which is the underwear. Right, as well as Carousel Ventures. Don't forget that it's still a vested interest, so it should have been in the register. As well as Carousel Ventures, Murty has had shareholdings in New Craftsman, which received £250,000 future fund loan, and Mrs. Wordsmith. Which received 1.3 million from that fund. I mentioned that already. And Digby Fitness, which received a unknown amount over 125,000, according to the terms of the fund. Yeah, that's the minimum. I think that's probably, obviously it must have been the minimum fund, I suppose. So it could be any old amount. It might be millions. All three businesses have all went into administration. No, I know Mr. Wordsmith went under for about 16 million. All creditors now, you know, send other businesses under. In May 2020, Sunak launched a future fund to help emerging businesses during the pandemic, but it had since been heavily criticised. Well, the former non-executive director of the British Business Bank said in an audit committee meeting in 2021 that many of the future fund companies would have a limited chance of sufficient growth and would therefore become zombie businesses. It sounds like the GDP. We've got a zombie GDP. That's what it is, isn't it? Oh, yeah, I get it now. Yeah. Able to service their debt, but not repay their original amount without raising further capital. Isn't what you call our credit cards these days? I don't have one, but I remember what it was like in the last recession, where you just constantly paying the minimum amount just to keep your head above water, but then you buy more stuff. Maybe they're zombie credit cards. Now, when the scheme was first launched, the most senior civil servant in the business department required a ministerial direction, an instruction for ministers to set it up, because it was not possible to determine that it would be value for money. I'm sure some businesses were kept afloat because of it. I get that. But if you've got any ties with the government, that's insider trading. Well, insider theft. It's shoplifting. That's what it is. Now, shortly after the launch, the British Business Bank chief executive Keith Morgan wrote a reservation notice to ministers warning of concerns that the scheme would mostly attract second-tier companies that could not attract investment from elsewhere, such as maybe venture capitalists and what have you. You know, Patreon, I've got my Patreon account. Well, he, what's his name again? Nonty. Oh my god, I forgot his name now. Alex Nonty. Oh, anyway, the guy who started Patreon, he started that, but with venture capital. He's struggling a bit at the moment. He's struggling, but he's doing very well, actually, but it's not doing as well as it was. The shares have gone down. So anyway, the companies could not attract investment from elsewhere, and that achieving value for money for the taxpayer was highly uncertain. Now, about 130 of the 1,191 firms given funding have ceased trading within the past 3 years, and the scheme allowed any eligible company to access funding if they had match funding from investors and passed required checks. So neither ministers nor the British Business Bank had a role in selecting which firms got the money. What a mess. This is just ripe for... Oh, here we go. My camera's gone again. Oh, there we go. It's not the camera. I need to plug it in. Maybe... I might need to clean my USBs. Oh, anyway. So the ministerial register declares that Murty owns Carousel Ventures and is a venture capital investor with a number of shareholders without specifying them. It's like Rishi Sunak. He's got his money held in California or somewhere. Oh, crikey. What's it called again? Not hedge fund. where you basically you hand your investments to another company, and it looks after your investments, but you don't know where those investments are being invested in. So he's doing that. Can you remember when he declared his income? It was on there, and no one knew what it was, where the money's coming from, or anything. Oh, I wonder. How do you hide your money? How do you hide where it comes from? Oh, we need a new Pandora Papers. That's what we need. Well, the Ministerial Register declares that Murty owns Carousel Ventures, and it was a venture capital investor with a number of shareholders holdings without specifying them. I've already said that. And Sunak's advisor on ministerial interests, whom he appointed earlier this year, has said declaring all shareholdings would be an excessive degree of intrusion. I'm sorry, but you're the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, and you've received funds from the Exchequer. And where does the Exchequer get their money from? You, the taxpayer. This is a piss take. But you should be able to intrude as much as we like as far as that's concerned. That's not intrusion. You're supposed to declare it anyway when you make your tax returns. If you've got limited or public, or public companies, you're supposed to declare everything. So anyway, however, in April 2023, Sunak had to declare that his wife had a shareholding in a childcare business called Coro Kids. Oh, do you remember? After the announcement of extra childcare funding, that old Jeremy Hunt, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, the current one, that is. He made this announcement. And what did Rishi Sunak and his missus do? Oh, they held, a conference, like a party, seminar or something, anyway, for Coro Kids. Another one of her companies is a benefactor of taxpayers' money. This is blatant corruption, and which was due to benefit from a policy brought in at the budget. Now, the Standards Commissioner also found that the Sunak should have declared the interest when asked about it in Select Committee hearing. Yes, remember that? He said no. Richie said no. That button don't work. Oh, damn. Oh, hang on, that one here is.
Pete says no.
Oh, it didn't work. Bit quiet, though. All right, I might have made it a bit louder. There you go, try it now. How's it now?
Pete says no.
Anyway, Richie Sunak said, I'm not going to share anything with you. No. Anyway, I'll tell you what, before we get any more of that, this is just getting so stupid. I had to put it swag bag, that's right, optimimic. The Exchequer is the swag bag. Oh, God. Don't want to be a fat man, stand up, Jeffro Dull. Oh, Jeffro, oh, crikey. He's dead now, isn't he? Wine and cheese. I'm all wine and cheese. Oh, my giddy aunt, don't call him about wine. Oh, my giddy aunt, you're never going to get drunk on your wine in the UK soon, I'll tell you. Changing the definition of wine to basically wine could be as low as 0% alcohol. It'd still be called wine. No one's going to buy it. And also, all the sludge. Let's say, for instance, you're treading your own wine, your own grapes and what have you, and all that stuff that's left over, you got all your juice and what have you, and created your wine, you put your yeast in and stuff, and you're getting your wine. All the stuff left over, they're going to make more wine, add some water in it, maybe some sugar, whatever they need to do to get enough stuff in it to make, or even low alcohol wine. I know there's is it Picento, whatever. Anyway, there is an alcohol made that way. But I think actually it's illegal here in the EU. Yeah. Anyway, I know there's definitely rules, and these rules were rolled over as part of the Brexit, bringing over the old EU laws and all that, put them into statute. Well, how the hell are we going to sell stuff to the EU? Wine, that is. Only byproducts of. We're not going to sell them anything. We're already struggling selling them stuff. Oh, yeah, why not put another coffin nail in? Oh. Oh God, I sound like Jimmy Savile then. Oh bloody hell! No, don't do it. Ah. Oh dear me. Everything's buggers. Even got shit in your sea and your rivers and water. Nah, was a bit of ego lie between friends, eh? And then you got the bivalve mollusks. They need depurating. They're full of poop as well. Oh, blimey. Anyway, where was I? Where did I get up to? Let's hope Labour, if they get into power, which I think they're going to get in power, changes the law so this is a criminal offence. I hope so. I do. But you know what it's like when you're in power, you think you are powerful and you can do whatever you like. Especially if you've got too many flipping seats. So, I don't know. I hope so. I hope he's going to surprise me, or the party's going to surprise me. I've got my doubts. But I've told you that already, haven't I? So, I don't know. I've lost faith in politicians. I really have. Oh yeah, don't forget to boot the old like button. It does help the channel, you know. Yeah, you got to boot the like button. Or you'll be in trouble. Yeah, and maybe share my videos. Oh please, need all the help I can get. I'll tell you. Let me know. I don't know how much longer I can carry on for. I'll tell you. I'll tell you, it's looking really bad. My stats. I mean, horrendous. I've done a couple of videos the last few days, and they've actually done really well for me. But over the month, it's been diabolical. I mean, horrendous. If it wasn't for the kind people on here, the memberships and the patrons and stuff like that, I'd just have to say sod it. I really would have to say sod it. I couldn't do it. I'm verging on that now, really, to be honest. It's just one of the things, I suppose. I think what it is, because I've been a naughty boy in the past, I've got history, and YouTube holds history. So you've got to be really careful not to do anything naughty, otherwise they screw you. You effectively get shadow banned. Well, it isn't actually a thing, shadow banning, but the result is the same. I don't get the I do not get much in the way of impressions, if you know what I mean. My videos don't get shown very much in comparison to videos. It's been 3 years, remember? You know, should have got somewhere by now. Either that or I'm just shit. It might be that. I won't be surprised. Oh dear. What does that say about you? Watching me if I'm that shit. Anyway, so yeah, I hope they do. Yeah, cheers, Mad Monk. Yeah, please hit the old like button, subscribe, and all that. And you might get a warm. Oh, don't forget the bell icon because then you get a warm fuzzy feeling in your pocket every time I upload another video. Well, any predictions for tonight's local election results? Oh my god, which one was that? Oh crikey, I forgot already. Oh, I tell you what, my memory's going. It really is. I think I've got so much going on in my head. I'm struggling to put all my ducks in a row. Not until I get my redstone. When you get your redstone, what redstone? Reagan. What do you mean? Have I gone too far up? Am I way too high? No, I'm not. That's not too bad. I think so. Anyway, let's go back up again. A stonemason, not a freemason, says Richard. Oh, a stonemason. Oh, a stonemason, eh, Richard? Embezzlement. That's the word. That is the word. Embezzlement. Because that's what they're doing. They're embezzling money. And then just, obviously, Rishi Sunak and Michelle Moan. There's loads of others as well. What about Matt Hancock and his best buddy, his neighbour? Very sheepishly went on to James O'Brien to try and justify it. I made no profit. I made no profit. Yeah, that's bollocks. Who's trying to kid? Steve McGurran says, Patron has blocked many Ukrainians from receiving funds, while allows Russian war propagandists to raise money. I don't know the truth of that, so I can't really comment on that. I don't know one way or the other. Optimimic swag bag. Oh, that's swag bag. And Pixie Cat, hello Pixie Cat, we had or has a USA green card. Well, that's the other thing. They said they returned them, but I got my doubts. They gave £3 million to that Californian school, which Rishi Sunak or Akshata Murty went to or something. £3 million. Nothing for British schools. No. Don't do that. I'll give it to a US school instead. So you try to tell me they're giving up that green card? They haven't. They could get one just like that anyway. Wouldn't make any difference. They could get one. They've got too much money. What country wouldn't want Rishi Sunak and Akshata Murty? What? Of course they do. They can give up a green card today and get one tomorrow. What if they $1 billion? The thing is, you see, she's also had a non-dom status, which Labour's going to fund everything with when he gets rid of it. Absolutely everything. There's a lot of money, but I think it's been stretched a bit thin now. I really do. It never is what you think it's going to be. If you think you're going to be able to, if you think there's about 10 to 11 million out there, that $1 billion, sorry, that hasn't been in taxes, unpaid taxes because of non-dom status, you're not going to get it all, because some people they're going to say, "Sod this, I'm off." They will. Some won't. Depends on, they don't actually have to physically leave, do they? They can. Actually, no, they will have to physically leave. You're a non-dom status. It depends where you're living long. So if you're living, say, 6 months. I know it's 6 months in France. Technically, you're a tax resident, so got to pay taxes in that country. You're benefiting from services, aren't you? So it makes sense. So yeah, green card. That's a good point. Don't forget to hit the like button, please. I've got to do it again. I'm hitting the like button. I've done it. Because it does help the channel, Well, I had 50 likes. Isn't too bad. I've got more likes than I've got viewers at the minute. People come and go, don't they? Portfolio investments by third-party company. A cop-out. Yeah. Are you talking about what I was talking about with Rishi Sunak earlier? I can't remember what it's called. Every time I forget. It's not a hedging fund. It's not an individual fund. It's just basically you get a company which is effectively they're investors and they invest your money for you under a bit of a cloak. Yeah. Just like Reagan. Yeah. We're doing our rewilding here in France. You probably already know. Which we're planting 1,000 trees on 2 hectares of land. And I'm getting quite excited about it now because it's been raining, which means we'll be able to drill the holes to plant the trees. And just so you know, actually, I'll mention that because I haven't actually mentioned this. I've started another channel called Rewilding. I haven't told anyone about it. I think it's only got a few subscribers on there at the minute. But I'm going to be putting all the rewilding, so it's all in one place then. All my videos and stuff I'm going to be putting on there. But I'll also still be putting some on this channel as well, just so you know what's going on. Because as the project progresses, there's going to be other stuff to do. And I can share with people, so they can see how well the trees are doing, or like the willow arbours and all that sort of stuff we're trying to do. So, yeah, so we've got a rewilding. This is just called Rewilding. I think I'll put a link in the description down below later. So that, yeah, and also I've started another channel called Wally Dog, and it's going to be basically Wally's body cam. It won't be just be Wally. That'll be Sebastian, other dogs, and it won't be just a body cam either. There's other stuff. I've got loads of footage here I need to go through and chop about. Various stuff that we've done in the past as well, and we're going to put it on that channel. So it's all about Wally Dog. So now would be a good time to insert ads. No, thank you. YouTube's just informed me. I do not like ads in the middle of my videos. And come November, I'm going to get no control over it. Bastards. They're screwing all curators. Because all that's going to happen is people will click off when the videos have an advert in the middle, because that's what I do. I can't be bothered with them. And I quite often listen. I like listening to stuff as almost like a podcast, because many videos, even my videos, like you don't need to, apart from the ones I've been doing today, you don't actually need to watch. It's more of a podcast, really. And as such, I could be doing something. I could be doing something in the house, just listening. I don't want to be constantly going to a device and click skip. I don't want to do it. I just won't watch. And lots of people do it. Yeah, they won't suffer. They won't suffer the adverts. And I put some people with films say you might earn money, get adverts in the middle, but I think it just ruins the experience, and it's just I don't like it. No. But I'll lose control over that. At the moment, I don't put them in, but they're going to put them in, backers. The other thing they're doing as well, they're removing the, you know, at the bottom of the videos has all the t-shirts. I earn a little bit of money off. I don't earn a lot from that, but I earn a little bit of money off that. They're taking that away, so they can put an advert in it. Now, what they're moving it into the description. I ain't gonna do it. No one's gonna go into the description and buy a t-shirt. It's reactionary. I found it's reactionary. So, anyway. All in the chat, we like something for free. So hit the like button, it's free. Do you know what, mate? They ain't free. When something is free, you are the product. I've said it so many times now. You are the product. Your data is the new gold. That is. Nothing's really free. Oh, prosciutto. What's it, fizzy pop? I'm no fan of Sunak, but he's a puppet, and that's been handed a poison chalice. He's going to be chucked under the bus when convenient, and the average Tory won't vote for him. Yeah, maybe you're right, Exile 2828. He is a puppet, but also he's a flipping criminal as far as I'm concerned. Allegedly. He's been getting away with it for too long. He's had his hand in the cookie jar. He's stealing from the taxpayer. That's the way I see it. People can argue with me as much as they like, but that's basically what he's been doing. It's kind of like legal theft. Oh, the camera's gone frozy again. Oh, I don't like a frozy camera. Oh, look, see, I look and bite my lip. Look at that. Oh, I'm in the fit. Oh, turn it off. Got to do it long enough. Off. And it hasn't come back on again. Oh, that's why. Turn that off. Oh, come back, camera. Back on again. There we go. Sorry. What happened is I had these settings up and it took over the camera. Anyway. Oh. Things are so complicated these days. Why can't we have one of them just one of them little brownie cameras, like a pinhole camera or something? That'll do the job. Be a bit blurry and dark, maybe, but you know. There you go. There we are. 0% wine is called grape juice. Yeah. Because low alcohol wine, by law, they actually have to produce the wine, then remove the alcohol for it to be low alcohol wine. So it's still going through the process of fermentation, but then the alcohol is taken out of it, or percentage of it's taken out of it. But now it's going to be the other way around. Will they be adding the alcohol in now? Will they?
Smaller in number, are we?
What's that? Oh,
but
it's a super
larger
chat.
in mind.
Oh, that we are. Oh, we got here. Whoa, £16 for a bottle of wine. Sorry, that's quite funny. That's horrible. And it's going to get hard. The taxes on that gone up now. It was, I've got it written down there, £2.23 a bottle. And now it's just jumped up, the average bottle of wine, to £2.68 plus VAT. Taxes on wine. Before you even, you can't basically buy a bottle of wine, but under that's impossible. Because your taxes. Even if it's lost leader. And you remember all that thing about the beer, taxes on the beer and all that sort of stuff? The UK was already a lot higher than everywhere else. And they're trying to make it, well, we can do all this stuff now because we're left the European Union. And they push it all up again. Make it more expensive. And the only way you can skip it is by bringing the actual alcohol volumes down. Yeah, the alcohol percentage. I can't remember what it was, at 3.2 or 3.5% or something in beer. That's not beer. That's shandy. Over here. Oh, cheers for that, Cathal. £16 for a bottle of wine. I know you can get it cheap now. I've seen £6 or £7 you get a bottle of wine, can't you? But still, I could get quite a nice bottle of wine, drinkable bottle of wine. I say drinkable bottle of wine. I'm not saying nice one, a drinkable bottle of wine. If I just want to get a bit blotto, for a couple of quid, a couple of euros. If I want to get some Spanish stuff, oh my God, you get that like 150. Ridiculously cheap. Now, I bought a bottle of rum the other day. White rum, you know, like Bacardi. And it was it's strong stuff, because I use it to put fruit in. Not food. Fruit in. And it was €13 for a litre. Got it here. I tried swigging it, but it's a little bit strong for me. €13 per litre. From the Intermarché. So, I don't know what a bottle of rum costs in the UK now, but per litre. So, yeah, thanks for that, mate. If the YouTubers were getting the money for those adverts, it would be a different story. It's a good point. Now, I would dearly love to demonetize this channel. That's what I really want to do. I can't with memberships though, because if I demonetize this channel, within a certain period, I think it's 6 months, all the memberships disappear. So that'd be no good. But the Patreon also actually, they're actually you got videos on Patreon now, can't you? I think. And also, they've got a new app now as well, Patreon. He's really trying to push it. So there's a lot happening actually for creators off the platform. Now there's another geezer called Lewis Rosman, and he's just produced, in collaboration with some other people, an app which becomes, it sounds quite interesting actually. It's a non-paid, it's a pay-for app. It's shareware effect, you know, it's public domain, but it's, you know, to get full access, it's going to be paid for, but you can still get full access without it, because you've got access to everything. You can change the code if you want. But what they're doing is they're getting all these platforms to come to get, you know, so you can actually in one place, one portal. So you've got YouTube, you've got all these other different platforms, what have you. So and all the videos and what have you, allows you to download all the videos and stuff, so you can keep everything in one place. It's like a safety net. It's more detailed now. There's actually, what I was listening to earlier, I didn't quite get it all, but it's Lewis Rosman. He does all like repair work and stuff on Macs, and he's got a thing about right to repair and all that sort of stuff. So he's a campaigner as well. He's actually managed to get some laws passed in the United States, instigated, and puts a huge amount of pressure on. He's been in committee meetings and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Anyway, so where was I? Just ignore me. I'm tired, cranky and annoyed, says Duke Vengeance. You're always cranky and annoyed. He's angry, is Duke Vengeance. Jasper Edwards, but the guys pay less for medicine. Well, I just saying, what does Jasper say? I'm jealous all the Yanks pay so little for machines. The rest of the world are ripped off. I tell you what, you're right, Gingers. Gingers will know. She knows firsthand. I watched a video, a video clip of this guy. He just posted a video up and put it online. I was on Twitter, usual sort of places. It's called X or something now, isn't it? Anyway, this guy, he's an American geezer. He's visiting the UK, needs an inhaler. He bought an inhaler he got one from obviously had his prescription with him, I imagine, from the pharmacy. Come out, he made this little video clip, so I just paid £16 for this inhaler, or something like that. It was 16. It was not a lot of money. I think 16, under 30 quid anyway. It would have been $240. That's what he was saying in the United States. He said, "Look after your NHS," he was saying. It's nuts. Oh, crikey. Talking about the NHS, it's not something I was going to talk about, actually. I'll carry on with this in a second. But, you know they're privatising through the back door, the NHS. We all know that, don't we? Did you know, well, not this is the NHS, this is to do with disability living allowance and PIPS payments. The assessments are being privatised. Now, my son is disabled. He's in a wheelchair. There's Matthew. He's done wheelchair racing and all that sort of stuff. And he had to go to this blooming place to be assessed. And he said, "No, I can't do it. I'm in a wheelchair. I won't make it." Well, his friend did. Went to this place to be assessed. He could barely walk, this guy. He really struggles. You get out of the car and he can walk about, I don't know, about 10 yards, and then he has to sit down for a bit. Do you know what I mean? He's in a hell of a way. I can't remember what's wrong with it. It's start of muscle dystrophy. Anyway, whatever it is. And because he managed to walk up the steps, open the door that happened to have a knob on it, and not a handle, they immediately they said no. This is Norwich. This was. Now Matthew, he has a house. So they come to his home to do an assessment. They don't need. He's got a condition that he's had all his life, and he'll have it for the rest of his life. It's not going to change anytime soon. He's got torsion dystonia. So it's not going to change. Yeah, they try and put him through that every time. It's also humiliating. Because they try and make him do things that he can't do. It's just wrong. It's just absolutely wrong. It just saddens me to make me very flippin' angry. And we've had so many... When Matthew was young and a kid, people would fall over backwards for him because he's a kid. But when it came to being an adult, trying to get any help is an absolute nightmare. He's pretty much sorted now. But he still has to jump through hoops. He's still got this constant worry about having his PIPS payments stopped, and he can't do anything. He can't even pick the phone up and speak to people about it because it's in his throat. So he's got constant he can't speak properly. It's very hard to understand. But anyway, they're privatising it. The assessment system in the UK has been privatised. It's disgusting. So, the United States, I would say, you can keep it, mate, Jasper. You can keep the United States. As far away from me as possible. If it's the United States or the United Kingdom, I would still say I'd go to the United Kingdom. Definitely. Although, saying that, the United States is a massive place, and I could hide in the woods somewhere. And I wouldn't have to speak to anybody. As long as I got internet, I could still do my streams. Don't cross the streams, I don't do it. No. Hello, Joseph Jones. Just tuned in. What have I missed? I've been talking about Akshata Murty and Rishi Sunak, and they're basically ripping off the taxpayer. And they've been doing it for quite a long while, and it's still going on. And Rishi Sunak decided he wasn't going to... Well, he basically was deceptive. In a committee meeting, he said, no, we've got no interests anywhere. And then he'd... it's been found out. And now then he got investigated, and they said it's inadvertently. And more recently, we have this. So, Sunak COVID startup fund investigating $2 million in firms linked to his wife. And you know what he's got to say? Oh, that's my wife's business. Like I say, though, he's still dipping his toe in that swimming pool. That's paid for with that money. And besides, isn't there something called marriage? Ain't there rules and laws? What is this with mine? Kind of. You know? Me and my dear missus, we're old-fashioned. We have a joint bank account, except the business one, for this. But we have a joint bank account. So we know what's going on. We know, can we afford this or afford that? We work together as a couple. So many people don't these days. Although I trust my dear boy Caroline. She's a very trustworthy sort of person. She wouldn't do anything to anybody. Yeah. Unlike her brothers. Oh my God. Crooks. They're Rishi Sunaks, they are. Yeah, so machines might be cheap in the United States, but everything else is blooming expensive. Their taxes are high as well for the housing taxes and stuff. I've heard and read countless stories of people having their benefits denied to them, even dying dying cancer patients. And one guy set himself, oh my giddy aunt, on fire outside the Birmingham Job Centre when his benefits was cut. This type of news does not end up in the news. All we hear about is, well, at the moment, it's all about the war in Ukraine, and no, actually, no, it's not even that now, is it? It's all Gaza. Rishi Sunak loves it. Just like Alexander Boris of Neville Johnson, he loves it. Oh, we've got another dead cat. Not of our doing. Well, maybe it is, but not directly. David Carroll, how much for Joe Biden's drugs? He's already dead, you know, don't you? Joe Biden's already dead. He's a puppet. He's a mannequin. It's like that. Oh dear. I'm not going Joe Biden, but do you know what? Joe Biden or Donald Trump. Let me think about that something. Oh, let me think about that. No,
Still lots to learn, you have.
no, that's the wrong one.
Like you'll go person, woman, man, camera, TV.
No, you don't want him again. You're definitely not. He's flipping, well, I had a gag order and he's been blurting again. And the New York Attorney General, I forgot what her name is now, Letitia something. He's flipping well posted online, probably on Telegraph or something. Is it Telegraph or put it on his own platform? Her address. Go get her for us, lads, will you? Go get her. Talk about inciting violence. That man is flipping dangerous. He's done enough damage. Oh, I'm going for a cup of tea. Be right back, says Duke Ventures. Enjoy your cuppa. Have a nice chow. Serco will screw them over. Oh, that's right. Serco's got the job. You're right, Joey. I remember now. Serco's got the contract for the assessments, for disability assessments. Serco. Ain't it a French company? Serco has also got the contracts for many of the hospitals, maintenance contracts, catering contracts, porter contracts, car parks. Serco is raking it in. Liquor is cheaper in the USA than Europe, yet most... Scroll up. What did I miss? Oh, it jumped up, it did. It jumped up. I'm going for a cup of tea. Oh, yeah. So liquor is cheaper in the USA than Europe. Most things are cheaper in the USA than Europe, except for healthcare. Your taxes are quite high, though. I know your taxes might be cheaper than the United Kingdom's. My taxes here, property taxes, are really low. But they get you on other stuff. Like when you want to sell... Oh, Christ, that camera's really playing up today, isn't it? Oh, it can't cope, it can't. It might be because it's been on quite a bit today, actually, as well. Ginger says, you can hide at my place or shorts if you fix up my house. She keeps trying to entice me over, don't you, Gingers? Oh, she's a wicked way with me. As long as I bring my toolkit. Yeah, she wants me to fix her house. I've got a lot to do in this house, I'll tell you. Crikey. I don't want to leave the dogs at the moment anyway. Because, you know, my little waddy is... There it is. Yeah. It's getting old. Don't move to the Netherlands. Susan Duit says Kool-Aid. They are capped diabetes treatments per month. Ooh. That's not good. I can't believe the Netherlands is worse than the US. Kool-Aid. I've never heard that before. Marcus, assessment for PIP, etc. in Scotland has been taken into doctors. And so it should be. That's how it used to be. The doctor would write a letter. NHS is not a private company as it's devolved to the Scottish government. Yes, good point. I keep saying UK again, don't I? I do apologise. We have to remember that the Wales and Scotland are devolved governments. Yes, I do apologise. Quite hard to keep on top of it all, you know. Especially, I'm winging this, you know, just winging it. If you hide out in the woods in the USA, odds are you'll get shot. Okay. Americans are very gun obsessed and trigger happy. Okay, alright, that's not a good idea then. Oh dear. Oh, cheers, Reagan. Oh, Shorts merch store, yeah, we've got merch store. Richie, very suspect and it's got short pants and big boots. Why is his trousers always halfway up his flipping legs? We'll get back into Richie at the moment. Not literally, but we will. Oh dear. Steve McGovern, it's a hunting season right now. Oh dear, dear. Well, we've got hunting season there. The Shass is about, usually on a Sunday, or sometimes on a Saturday, and sometimes during the week. But generally it's just on the Sundays. Europe has higher standards. I have to admit, everywhere here is so well looked after. I think so, anyway. You might get the odd property. People, actual private homes can be a bit ramshackle at times. But the actual mayor, what have you, the mayor, they really look after their towns. They really do. Could I be all shorts? They even sent out letters saying people are fit for work even when they died weeks before due to cancer. What the hell? That's nuts. Who does that? Oh, I forgot. The UK government. I'll read that again. They have even sent out letters saying people are fit for work even when they have died of cancer weeks before. Well, what has it all come to, you know? It didn't used to be like this. You know, the UK had its problems, but crikey, not like this. This is just getting ridiculous. It's depressing. Oh, Wally Dogs! Hello, Alistair. Alistair cares. He's got the Wally Dogs head. Oh, crikey. Yeah, take care, Mad Monk. Have a nice night working. Don't, you know, get rid of the fingertips and stuff. And if you're working at Amazon for whatever reason, I'll tell you what, mate. Oh, I know why the boxes are so big and the items inside are so small. I just had one today, not from Amazon, no, yesterday, from, this was actually Lidl's, actually. And the box is like flapping, the items like flapping about. A box that big, and the item inside is like that big. Rattly. I'm sure you've got more box sizes. They get a little bit closer, then maybe we wouldn't have so much flipping cardboard waste. It's ridiculous. Buy me a cider, says Richard. A stonemason, not a Freemason. I've brewed some cider. I've got cider on the go, I have. So, yeah, from our trees. One of them's a little bit strong, though. It looks like it's going to be about 15%, so I might have to do something about that one. I don't know how that happened. Oh, I remember now. That was my hydrometer. My hydrometer was broken. Because the apples we got aren't very sweet. So we had to add some sugar. Normally you don't do it, so you don't add sugar into. And the hydrometer was broken, so it was sinking. And I didn't realise. So there's a plastic hydrometer, that one was. So I got the glass one out. I thought, oh bugger, it's going to be about 15% once it's for the yeah. That's not cider, is it? It's more like apple wine. Oh, dear me. If you compare the cost of healthcare in the US versus the number of benefits you receive for your tax money here in Europe, I don't know why anyone would want to live in the States. And Susan DeWitt has done both. So, and yeah. Bring your dogs with you. What would you have to do, though, to bring the dogs? So that obviously it's gonna. Do you have quarantine and all that sort of stuff to do? Or? I don't know. I went to flipping Ginger Island, and I think I asked myself now, why did I do it? Biker Grove reboot with Ant and Dec. What? Why? Tory don't get tired. Say sorry, a bit late, Mark. No, don't worry, buddy. That I hope you well. We're talking about Sunak's COVID startup fund. I started on it, and I got a bit sidetracked, but we'll get to it again in a second. Yeah, he basically, yeah, you know, the Sunaks have been creaming off the exchequer, the taxpayers' pot, basically, as they do, you know, because they greed, you know, you can never have enough, can you? So, Netherlands healthcare is appalling. They have ghost of Harold Shipman as health minister. Okay. I know you hate the Netherlands, but I've never heard any of these stories before. This is the first for me. So obviously you've got bad... Do you live in the Netherlands, don't you? So, obviously you've got a beanie bonnet about it, but I don't know. We have a progressive tax rate system in Belgium, and taxes are high, but offsets reduced those rates. I've lived in the US, Canada, Europe, and I'm glad to be out of the United States. A progressive tax rate system. Rishi Sunak needs like that short trousers so the poison oil can run down free to poison all of the UK. Well, that's been out there, I suppose. Marcus, are you doing peach cider? I am. I still don't care. I've got a lot of I've got about 40 pints in one lot going, and I've got two 8-litre demi-johns. They're big ones, big plastic ones. Usually 5 litres, but these are big ones, or gallon. These are big. They're 8 litres, big ones. See. So yeah, because we had stupid amount of flipped peaches, crazy amount of peaches. During the emergency in Ireland, they had to use cider to clean whiskey barrels. The cider was then called the Johnny Jump Up. What? Oh, what do they do here though? The barrels that are used here in France can only be used once. For like wine and what have you, can only be used once. So those barrels then go on to you for spirits, for the whiskey and stuff. Cherry cask and. I saw a new video on Goa Cider Company a couple of days ago. Simmer Nation YT channel. That's a good one. Okay, I'll have a look at that. Right. Oh, we need what? Even there, all Bishop. I hope you're well. I would leave, but I would. What would I do for money? Can't take my job with me. Oh, there's a bugger in it. When we says Ginger, she's in the United States. When we going to see a drunken Marcus on too much cider? I'm scrumpy. A drunken Marcus. You've probably seen that before, but I kept it. Yeah, I might have been a good cover up. I got the stock. Well, it's shandy. My shandy, though, as in it's my beer in there, so. I thought it's a bit strong at beer, so I thought it'd be a good idea to put a bit of lemonade in it and do a live stream. Anyway, let's get back into what we were doing, as in this. So scroll down to where I was. Got to remember where I was, and also where I am in my head with it as well. Highly uncertain. So it's about 1,091 firms given funding. Have all 130 of them have ceased trading. Some of them would be legit and what have you, but Mrs. Wordsmith was not a legit case. Received 1.3 million in funding in a COVID loan when the company was already it was already going under. It was 9 million in debt. All it did is just give them more breathing space, and they went under for 16 million. Well, taxpayers' money, all the taxes didn't get paid, the VAT didn't get paid. So anyway, the scheme allowed any eligible company to access funding if they had to match funding from investors and passed required checks. Who checked Sunak? Huh? So neither ministers nor the British Business Bank had a role in selecting which firms got the money. Number 10, and Sunak have always argued that Murty has a right to privacy over her investments. They're not her investments, it's their investments. They're married, they're a couple. And that the Prime Minister has received official advice that he does not need to declare them. One who gave that advice? A friend of the family. Well, the ministerial register declares that Murty owns Carousel Ventures. I think they're winding it down now, aren't they? And is a venture capital investor with a number of shareholdings without specifying them. We don't know what they're investing in. Well, the Sunak's advisor on ministerial interests, whom he appointed earlier this year, has said declaring all shareholdings would be an excessive degree of intrusion. Have I already said that already? I think I have. I have. Too far. Hang on, am I too far up? I know they're repeating it. No, because it's quotes now. It's obviously important that any interests in companies which benefit from taxpayers' money used to fund the scheme are not only registered but also properly declared, and the scheme was discussed in parliamentary proceedings. Mrs. Wordsmith was going under. It nearly failed 2 years before, and literally fall flat on its face, and then they managed to get more funding. Why don't they put their hand in their own pockets? They're multi-millionaires. almost a billionaire. They're worth over a billion. What happens when her father pegs it? Oh my giddy aunt. Can you imagine inheritance there? They're going to go wherever they can, where they're going to pay the least inheritance tax. Huge amount of money. That business, I can't remember what was that, the Infosys, her father's business, who also operates, has contracts for the UK government, or the British government. UK government, yeah. And recently, what happened? When the licenses were handed out, weren't they, for these new oil fields, you know, for BP and all that. And then BP and Infosys, her father, you know, Akshata Murty's father's business, got a contract for 1.6 billion with BP to look after it all for the tech. Keep it in the family, eh? Literally. Oh, so the government source said that Labour support. Oh, here we go. Labour supported the. And I got about Wes Streeting, because Wes Streeting was expediting through the Parliament. He didn't have the information. Otherwise, everybody would know about all this stuff, wouldn't they? And when Rishi Sunak was in the committee and say, "No, it wasn't me." Well, so we know it is. It's all there. Look, there you go. He lied. Inadvertently, so we're told, when he got investigated. What a load of bollocks. We'd be locked up by now, if it was us. Now, the Guardian had identified 17 shareholdings that had been held by Murty on her venture capital company, Cameron, and Ventures UK at various points during Sunak's time as the Chancellor or Prime Minister, and none of which were he voluntarily disclosed, and Corrie Kids is still the only one that has been declared. So we know all this stuff. They know we know all this stuff, yet he still is sticking to his guns. And someone said a minute ago, I don't like him, but he's going to be that much, but he's going to be using a scapegoat. They're going to throw him under the bus. He deserves to be flipping thrown under the bus and reversed over. And that's after he's been tarred and feathered. Keelhauled, maybe. Quite like the idea of keelhauling. As somebody who's a boating man, I quite like the idea of keelhauling. The barnacles. Yeah, that's a nice idea. I did that one. Much on them is there, so he wouldn't last long. Bastard. They're doing it to the ordinary folk, they are. They're doing this to ordinary folk who are struggling. Who are ending up in food banks. How many food banks were there when Labour was in? And how many food banks, I can probably tell you actually. I was looking earlier. Crikey. It's shocking. So there's all this greed going on with the Sunaks, and people are going into food banks. And they've got all these flipping schools that the roofs are caving in because they're out concrete. And they're handing out £3 million to an American school. Oh, well. The food bank stats. This is. I hope I've been up the actual government stats, which I have. Oh, look at that! Let me put that into that, and I can show you. There we go. Food poverty. Oh yeah, what in the UK? Food poverty. What in the UK? Well, these are the stats. Okay, it's a bit tiny on there. I wonder if I can make that a bit bigger. Does it make the picture bigger or not? No, it doesn't. Just a text. Oh, anyway, this is. I can barely see. I'll tell you what. I've got a better idea. I've got a better idea. What I'll do is I'll put that back on there, and I'll get that one. There. I'll put it in there. There we go. All right. How big is that? So it needs to be on the top. Drag that over. There we go. All right. There's something clearly wrong there, isn't there? Right, so let's say for 8th, 2009, 2008, there's barely anything there. 2009, barely anything. 2008, 2009, 2010, and then the Tories are in, blah, 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 blah. Now, there was less food banks during the pandemic, obviously, because people couldn't go anywhere. People started eating the kids. And now look at that. That's how many. These are how many parcels were given out. It's 3 million. 3 million parcels were given between 2022 and 2023. I said 2.5 million earlier, actually, in the video, so I was wrong. Only 3 million. It's worse than I thought. So how many actual food banks does it actually tell us? Not in that one. Trussell Trust is obviously one of the biggest ones. Right, I can't see it on there. No, this is just saying how many food bank parcels. Not be funny, that's bad enough, isn't it? That is horrendous. That's since the Tories have been in. How can they challenge that? You know? See what you're saying. Right, Maguire, hello there. Right, folks, keep the faith and confusion to our enemies. Night all, and try to keep Marcus on subject. Yeah, that's not easy, is it? Is it one of my videos end up too long? Probably. It's occupied. Got the nice jacket and let me hug myself. Oh, it's occupied. What's Duvengeance say? Also, oh, someone put me in a padded room. Quick. Oh, okay, then. It's occupied, Duke Vengeance. Got this nice jacket and it lets me hug myself. Yeah. I'll tell you what makes people feel that way sometimes. I feel like that sometimes. In the USA, I paid about $200 a month for health insurance, which didn't kick in until I paid $10,000 and then only would cover 80%. Here in Prague, I pay $700 a year to be in the healthcare system. Well, here in France, I can't remember what the numbers, Mrs. knows. We have the 3/4. Sorry. Yeah, 3/4 are paid, or 2/3 are paid, and we have to pay the third, which is done via mutual insurance. And for family, it's about if you've got family, it's about 90 to 100 euros. So a month. But I don't grudge it. Take care, Reagan. Be good, mate. Off to bed, he says. Do you need tucking in, Reagan? Researched it ages ago. It fixed in my mind. I don't know what that is. 56. Night Reagan. Anyway, let's get back to what I was doing. So, I'll get told off again. Oh dear. So there's lots been going on, as we know, and early this year, I think this was September. So they're going to wind down the capital fund. They announced, it hasn't happened yet. They announced, just like they announced the green card, get rid of the green card. Yeah, and non-dom status and all that. What did bollocks say? So Rishi Sunak's wife, Akshata Murty, is winding down her start-up investment fund months after questions were raised. See, this is the thing, you see. Any decent human being would say, okay, maybe this ain't right. Not this lot. Oh, we've been found out. You know? Oh, my goodness, Richie's going to look bad. Oh, I better do something. So Richie looks better. So Murty's venture capital fund, Cameron Ventures UK, gave little detail. About right, isn't it? Like everything, isn't it? Only saying that its directors have decided to liquidate the company, according to the latest filings. Let's have a look. New tab. Are they liquidating it? Ooh, total exemption for accounts. Not yet. No. No. Status. What is the status? Oh, I don't follow it. I don't want to do that either. People, overview. Unincorporated. Yeah, no, it's active. So they haven't done it yet, but they announced it in September. Now, I don't know what they'd have to do to wind it up. But obviously, if there's shares in the company, that they're going to have to be distributed. That does take time, I suppose. Small company can do it straight away. You know, as long as you've got all your accounts in order, you can pretty much close it straight away. Or the other way you can do it is don't do it, and then they'll do it for you. So it'd be interesting to see if that actually does end up being wound down. So anyway, the sound's going to be wound down, right? So Sunak's wife used Carousel Ventures UK to invest some of the vast wealth she derives from her 0.91% stake in her father's Infosys business, tech business. And earlier this year, it was worth 590 million. Her shares were. That's what her shares are worth. That she gives around 16 million a year. This was about this last time I looked, that was about over a year ago. I looked in dividends from that company. It's got a lot. Yeah, it turns over nearly or over 20 billion anyway. I think it's like 27 billion or something like that. Emphasis turns over. So the Catman also backed the education firm Mrs. Wordsmith, which secured 1.3 million from the Future Fund, a 250 million investment scheme, and designed by Sunak. That in itself is that itself is wrong. It should not be allowed. She's got vested interests. And intended to help small startups rise. Small startups. Intended to help small startups ride out the pandemic under the scheme, and the government extended loans that would then convert into shares when the companies attracted new funding. So Mrs. Wordsmith collapsed 6 months after receiving the funding, owed $250,000 to the HMRC. Not only that, it went under for 16 million. So another one of its investments, the fitness chain Digby Fitness, fell into administration in 2021 after having received COVID furlough payments of up to 630,000, and it also owed more than 6.1 million in VAT and PAYE taxes. 6.1 million. Catman also put money behind Study Hall, an education technology business which is still trading, and was given a government grant of nearly £350,000 from the arm's length body Innovate UK in 2022. You add all this together, it's a shitload of money. Murty's financial arrangements have been an ongoing point of contention during Sunak's time downstream. It's just contention. This is... Where are the letters that have gone into the 1956 committee, whatever it is, to get rid of them? The Prime Minister came under criticism after it was revealed that Murty held a non-dom status, remember that? Apparently she... allowing her to legally minimise tax on dividends from Infosys, which were worth 16 million now, 11.5 million in the last financial year, and she that's not 11.5 million. I've checked it already. It's a lot more than that. And in the last financial year, she gave agreed to pay tax in the UK on her worldwide income, apparently. But do we know? Where's the evidence? Talk is cheap. You know, Tories, they do like their cheap talk. Now, her shareholding in the childcare company, Coro Kids, later became a source of controversy after the Prime Minister had vowed to have breached Parliament's code of conduct by failing to declare it while being questioned by MPs earlier this year. The Cora Kids was among 6 private childcare providers poised to benefit from a pilot scheme proposed in the budget to incentivise. Oh, gosh, go my camera again. Oh, God. Yeah. How many times is it? About 6 times now, isn't it? However, Parliament's Commission for the Standards said that the breach was inadvertent. Bollocks! How is that inadvertent? It doesn't matter if it is or it isn't. It's still wrong. What is it they say in law? Is it say, ignorance is not an excuse or something like that? Camera's gone again already. It's not happy, that camera, is it today? It really isn't. Oh, the Guardian contacted number 10 and they didn't comment. They never do they? And if they did, they'd just be holding the bollocks. That's what they do. So, oh, crikey. Spank 2021. 2 of Rishi Sunak's wife's firms to go under in the pandemic own taxman 623,000. That's after they borrowed that 1.3 million for this is Wordsmith. Oh my God! What? Hang on. There was another company, wasn't there? I just thought one. Who was it? Was that Matt Hancock's sister or something? Who had a company? I think they went into business together or something. A company which shredded documents or something like that. And they got a shitload of money or a contract or some COVID loan money or something. I think they got. And that's was it? That was Matt Hancock, wasn't it? And his sister. And then, and also, don't forget, we were paying for the heating of what's his face's stables. They're gonna have something to do with that, I don't suppose. But oh, dear me. So the Mirror probe has found that she owes shares in Lava Mayfair Club Limited, which collapsed, owing 43 million. You can't see that. That's tiny. 43 million points. Nearly 44 million. Including 374,000 to the HMRC. How many businesses have fallen as a result of that business failing? And you know what it's like, don't you? It's usually the people at the top creaming it, and all the shareholders taking all the money out of the business that can't operate. A bit like the water companies. You know? If it wasn't for the shareholders getting too many, was it 60 billion or 60, 70 billion since it's been privatised? Been given out in shares from the water companies, water authorities. What if a part of that? Not all of it necessarily, because obviously if you invest in something, you get a return on your money. But let's say, for instance, it was 20 billion or something. It still sounds like quite a lot of money to me. A good return on your money. Greed again, isn't it? Greed! All about the money, honey. Blimey. And the Private Members Club. Ooh. I wonder if Chris the Pincher went there. Or maybe Peter Bone with his boner, slapping in people's faces like he likes to do. Well, the Private Members Club, focusing on positive social change, closed due to COVID restrictions in March. And bosses took measures including placing staff on furlough and deferring HMRC payments, but the firm failed to pay rent for the first quarter of 2022, and its landlord sued them. It owed 9.9 million to the Metro Bank, which called in administrators in October. And they closed their business, and Mrs. Murty is one of the nearly 200 shareholders set to lose their cash. Good. Well, Mrs. Murty's investment firm, Carousel Ventures, is one of 53 shareholders in educational publishers Mrs. Wordsmith Limited. The problem here is the fact where they got the money from. Insider trade, you know. Bunch of shoplifters. The firm collapsed into administration in March, owned 16.3 million. Oh, there you go, that's what I was saying earlier. Despite securing the COVID loan. But also, I don't know if it says it on here, but it doesn't. But it was severely in debt about 9 million before. I've said this already, I know. Administrators say that in 2020, the company took measures to preserve cash reserves with revenue loans, furloughing employees, and but this year it was no longer able to resist the pressure from HMS revenues and customs, and so the people shut them down. Is the people that that Rishi Sunak is now governor of. He's Prime Minister after all. It owes 249,000. Oh, hang on, but this year it was no longer able to resist. Okay, and it owed 249,000 PAYE income tax and national insurance contributions. And Companies House documents show that the firm owes 1.3 million to the Future Fund and 153,000 to the Carousel Ventures UK. This is just wrong, isn't it? It's just wrong. Bailout too late for Rishi Sunak's wife by Tim Walker. And so David Cameron's mates at Greensill Capital may not be eligible for any of Rishi Sunak's emergency COVID bailouts. Good. But it turns out that a company in which the Chancellor's wife, Akshata Murty, had invested in heavily did qualify, which was Mr. Wordsmith. So it's not as though it isn't documented. These are old articles. But nobody says anything. So Mr. Wordsmith was set up in 2015. And by Sophia Fenichel. Anyway, she's a businesswoman. And she worked as a tech analyst, I think, for Goldman Sachs, where Sunak was formerly employed. So not what you know is who you know, isn't it? And in administrators Cork and Gully, well, it went down for. Let's find the date. I've got to get my facts straight now. It's here somewhere. Oh, here we are. I'll show you now. There you go. Oh, anyway, so administrators Cork and Gully report a succession of loss-making years for Mrs. Wordsmith, down 9.9 million. I've got to say, 9.9 million in 2019. I've said this so many times. I've done several videos about Rishi Sunak and this, just to remind people. Because you know what, the videos end up, they end up going into the old, into the dark space, don't they? Room, whatever. So anyway, in 2019, accounts was 9.5 million in debt, 2.6 million in 2020, and 3.2 million in 2019, and 4.6 million in 2018. Bit roundabout, isn't it? But then it went down for 16. So Fenichel encouraged her employees to involve their children in the business. Send them up the chimneys! In the business, as it would be children who would be using their educational products. Now, she was quoted as saying, when people come in here, they say, who's running this place? A bunch of kids? And I say, yes. We don't believe in products that parents have to force kids to use. Anyway, it didn't do them any good, did it? No, because they went under. Own a shitload of money. And own a shitload of taxpayers' money. And it's not going to be the only cases. There'll be loads of stuff nobody knows about. These are just the cases that people have found out about. And it's been exposed. It's probably double that, at least. I'm a bit surprised. Anyway, what say you? Into the chat. So I'm going to click off in a minute. Put that over there. Right. Oh, we're down to 30 people now. They're all running away. What have I said? Oh, doggy cam. Yes, we've got a doggy cam. We have got our other channels. We've got one called Wally Dog now. I will put all there. If you go onto the actual channel page, and it says channels or other channels or something. I'll just try and find it. If I can show you. Channels. Oh, it's there. That's easy. There you go. Let's put that into there, and I'll quickly show you so you know what I'm talking about. So you got 7 subscribers. It's only, I went live yesterday. Got 7 subscribers already. I haven't told anyone about it yet. Didn't pop now. Oh, there you go. This is the channel page. So I've got too many channels. I've got more than this actually, but I'm a bit dormant. So obviously all shorts. Now, to let you know what I'm trying to do with this channel, I had too many. You know, I have a problem keeping on point, don't I? And this channel has sometimes gone a little bit off point, you could say. And is it Brexit? Is it this? Is it that? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just a bit everything. I will still publish videos regarding rewilding because it's the only way I can really get it out there. We really want to we really want to progress with that. Get more trees in. But we've got Wally Dog, which has just started. I literally made that live yesterday or the day before. And it's literally body cam for Wally, which isn't in there. It's in the car. Is it in there? No, it's in the car. Where is it? Nope, it's in the car. Yeah, the body camera, it's like a harness that goes on the Wally, and he has a sports camera attached to him, which also was in here, and that, no, I don't know where that's gone. It definitely was in here. Oh, anyway, a body cam. And then there'll also be videos of the other dogs as well. I've got so much footage I've got to edit for it, so I think that's going to be that's quite endless. So it won't be just my dog. It's just cute stuff, you know, just funny stuff. Just Wally on his ventures, and I might even see if I can get one for the cat. And that would be interesting. Leave it on the cat. I'm a bit worried though they get lost. I suppose you could put on a harness, couldn't you? Put a harness on the cat, and then it'll stay on it. Anyway, I think about it. See what I find. They're nowhere near as good because obviously they'll be quite light. Okay, we've got my Wally Bra channel here. It's got all shorts. It's the shorts channel, the little vertical videos. And I've been putting quite a bit on there recently. Some of them are clips from other videos I've already done, so just chopped about. Other ones are new, you know, originals. So that got the Wally Dog. So, you know, my Wally Bra channel. I'm going to change that logo on there, that avatar. And that's my woodworking channel. That's got 3,800 subscribers. That's actually... subscribers on that are growing much faster on that than on this channel. It's so depressing. This channel, I feel so down about this channel because it's like I don't feel I got anywhere. It seems got to a point and then it's gone stagnant. Do you know I was getting 1,000 subscribers a month, and now I get between 150 and 200 if I'm lucky. Why? What? Why? The views have gone down as well. I was getting around almost 1 million views a month. So now I'm lucky to get 200. Why? What? You know? Now I'm not struggling. It's just the problem is it's quite hard to keep going. Do you know what I mean? And if it wasn't for the memberships and the and super chats and stuff like that, and the and the Patreon and the occasional buy me a coffees and that. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be able to do it. I just couldn't. I'd have, because I put a lot out of all my channels. The one I put all the work and effort into is this one. This one that takes over because you have to do a lot of research and a lot of you spend a lot of time constantly looking for stuff. Because obviously you need to get your content and you'll find stuff that's interesting or fun or whatever. Doesn't always work, but you know. Although I've done a couple of videos this week, done quite well. My one about Mark Francois did well, and that's actually an old that was quite an old story. But what I want to do is say, well, all these old Tories that have got history, I want to bring it back to the front pages again of my channel, so it gets views. And that one's done over 10,000 views in just over a day, so I was quite pleased with that, obviously. And then another video just literally flat on its face, you know, just nothing at all. Now, when you think that if you're earning on views, the amount I've actually earned on views this month, just on views, is I've never had it this bad. Now, I didn't used to do memberships, didn't used to have Patreon or anything like that at the beginning when I first monetized this channel, and the channel was earning around $1,000 a month, which I suppose equates to around £800 or something like that. And this is good. Crikey, I'm going somewhere with this, and it's going somewhere. Then all of a sudden, it's just like the door shut on it. And now I barely get. Even when I was putting all masses of videos up, which is probably a mistake, I still couldn't get the views. Really struggled to get the views. Nowhere near as many as I used to get. So what's changed? What, you know? Is it since I was a naughty boy and I got my strikes? I think so. Yeah. Anyway, so we've got Rewilding one here. We've done. I've got 24 subscribers on there so far. I know some people say the subscribers count don't really matter, and also some when you get like, for instance, you've got more subscribers. Like this channel's got nearly, I think it's 14,500 subscribers on this channel. A lot of people forget they're subscribed. You know, they're just in the background. Then you get loyal people like you guys and girls, and that, you know, and you come back regular. But yeah, so what you find is that the younger channels, people watch more of the videos if they subscribed early on, and then they whittle away, don't they? Anyway, I've got my Rewilding one here, which is going to be all about the trees and stuff. Lost in France, I'm going to change that icon as well. 76 subscribers already, and that's literally about life in France, really. It's just anything to do with France, and also living here, moving here, or, you know, and stuff you need to know and stuff like that, but also our experiences here and stuff that we're doing here, and whether we're going for a walk with dogs. And then new tech, which I'm starting to do again, which I used to be marked by name, that did Mark's Cat, but I'm going to do some basic pull stuff about. I've set myself up over here now with microscope and stuff, so I'll do more on there. And then Cut Crafty, which is, you can't see it on there. There you go, that one. That's a dumping ground. That's a dumping ground just for video clips, and usually any shorts and stuff like that, I'm just going to dump them into there. Just sit, because there's an application I can use called Opus Clips, and from a long form I can break them down virtually instantly in 60-second shorts, but they're not always good enough cuts for my main channels, so I'm just going to put them into Cut Crafty, into there. Yeah, so anyway, they're my live channels, so I'm probably biting off more than I can show you, to be honest. But you know, if I want to carry on doing YouTube, I need to see what I can do, to actually improve things. Spread the load, I suppose, between them. So it's not just one channel. Keep them, because what the point is, I'm hoping that I can fund this channel by having other channels that may be doing better. If that makes any sense? Because I actually feel that this channel's important. I actually do honestly believe that. Like any other channel does this kind of thing, because no one else is talking about some of this stuff, and not many people anyway. You've got lots of Labour sycophants out there, saying no names, but not anyone out there who's willing to question either side. Because I'll criticise Labour if I think they've been wrong. I'll say it. If you're wrong, you're wrong, aren't you? Anyway, where was I? So, where's Earth Trifle? Actually, where is it on there? That ain't on there. You're right, mate. Thanks for that. I'll make a note. It's supposed to be. I could actually do that. I can't do it from there, can I? I can't. That's a really good point. Earth Trifle. I'll do that. I'll do that when I sign off. Oh. Well spotted there, Jasper. B-Pots, I've talked about boats, tractors, and lightning stuff. Well, I'm going to be talking about boats because I'm going to be building a boat. I've already started. I've done my. I got my plywood. I got the design. I made a video earlier today. It's a bit long, but doing the design on the computer here for this boat. It's going to be like a punt, so I can lift it on the roof of the car, so it's not too heavy. Next one's going to be, I'm going to make a model of my design of the boat, so see how it sits in the water. And then I'm going to build the boat. That'll be a few videos. So there'll be a few shortish videos. I say shortish, but 10 minutes long. So maybe up to 20 minutes for each stage. And then I'll make one big long video. Make one of my high-speed cuts. And also then we'll put the boat in the water. So that gives me opportunity, you see, with that to do more videos for Lost in France. So that's the idea anyway. With the boat itself. And then I'll build something else. I'll do a coracle as well. Which I know Jasper was talking about earlier about... I thought you were going to cover it in Linden and Bitumen, but that's the coracle, not the pun. Cutcraft, you didn't see that one. I know, that was... I haven't actually put anything on there yet. Actually, there might be a couple of things on there. But that's going to be used as a dumping ground. Or if I've got a long video, I can cut into something, and I don't think it's good enough to put on the other channel, I'll put them in there. So the Cutcraft, you put everything on there. That won't be topic related. It's just going to be pretty much everything. apart from politics, because that will be going. Politics wants to go into all shorts on the shorts videos. Yes, a punt like a river cam, in Cambridge, a bit like that. It's going to be about 9 feet, about 2.7 meters long, about 90 centimeter, 0.9 of a meter wide. So it can sit on the roof rack easy, flat bottomed, but with a bit of a curve in it, but flat bottomed. So I can put it over the weirs without the boat tipping on side. So it's a typical punt, sort of blunt nosed punt. So it's got to be practical, but also I'm rigging it up with an outboard, electric outboard, like a little Minn Kota, £30 thrust outboard. So so building that on, on the Wally Bra channel. So and I've been getting quite good food on some of my new videos, especially my shorts I've been putting on there, especially the high speed ones. They've done really well. Hello there. All shorts. 1996. I was in Holland, and this dude kicked an old woman's in the head for no reason at all. And he's lucky my mates was holding me to stop savage people lives in the cool. I hate that dude for the life of God. Well, I think you get people like that everywhere, unfortunately. There is some very odd people. I'm back, says Benny Kershaw. He's back. Nice to see you. To see you, nice. Soon the food banks will be privatised. And you're going to have to pay Donald Trump to get the food bank, says Mellow. I think a lot of depends on where you go, and we regularly go to places in Zealand and never had a problem. Population density in where it is very, very high. It's also driving through, I find it rather boring. It's just flat. Ulrich and Amston are nice for a quick visit, but would never live there. I've been to Netherlands, I tell you, twice. I was with somebody else. I was quite young at the time. I can't remember. Hello, Humble. In Portugal. Have we got Joel here? Because he's in Portugal. No, he's not here today. I might go to Portugal this year, actually, in the camper. Oh my God, we had a problem with the camper. Oh, it wouldn't start. Did all the jobs for the CT, like the MOT, and then I couldn't get the flipping thing started. So, what am I going to do? Oh, but anyway, my friend came over. He's visiting another friend and us. Lee. He's a guy who went with on a motorbike to Italy with. Anyway, he's a bit of a mechanic, and he came over. He sort of like went through bits and pieces, done together basically. And it was a water pump, the fuel pump. Basically, well, the fuel pump wasn't clicking. It wasn't, So I took it out of the tank, put it on in the workshop, and put my big battery charger thing on it, and all of a sudden it kicked in and spurted fuel out all over my, like a fountain all over my bench. Yeah, that was good. So that's fine enough. It's obviously stuck because I'm not using it enough. You see, been sitting there. So I managed to move it around now, so I get all the rest of the job. Get it ready for the CT. So when the missus come back, we'll get that booked in. So we'll be doing some videos out and about with the camper later this year. We're going to use it in the winter. So we're hoping to go south. So maybe in Portugal. Take to Portugal. Fuel allows, that is. Maybe I could do maybe we do a super chat. Where do you want us to go next? We need the fuel. Because we're broke. We are flipping broke. I'll tell you, I can't even afford the flipping electric bill. It's ridiculous. I'm supposed to pay that, but 4 weeks ago, I haven't paid it yet. I'm going to get another reminder coming in the post. I've been to Holland a few times, says Jasper. Cities may be great for convenience, but will always prefer small village and country life. Me too. I love it here in France, where I'm in France. It's very rural, as you probably already know. And it's absolutely lovely. Now, I've been wanting to do some live videos. I was doing before, just walking and talking to you. But the internet's gone down a bit in the area, so it's not possible. The upload's too slow. It's only about half a megabit per second. That's not nowhere near enough. Last time I was in Amsterdam, all I heard at night when I was out about was screaming. Too many go there and have bad trips on substances. Ooh. Pram dinghy. Yeah, it's a bit like pram. It's not really pram. Pram dinghies are generally shorter, aren't they? But no, it's I've got. Oh yeah, I can sort of show you. I've been doing my sketches. That's kind of what we're gonna make or build. Right? It was based on another design which wasn't quite what I wanted. It's that, and that's too long as well. So I've shortened it, stumped the ends, and made it a bit fatter, and put more curvature in the bottom of the hull. Which you probably can't see very well. There. It's at the bottom there. There. Is that the bottom of the hull? No. Oh, it's upside down. Yeah, that way up. That one there. There you are. So that's the sort of shape of the hull. But I want to put an outboard on, not a petrol outboard, an electric outboard. Only if you're going upstream. So going downstream is not a problem because there's spring-fed rivers, so you know you'll just flow. You just got to point it in the right direction. So yeah, that's the idea. I have got canoes here already, but it's I want something stable, so the camera and stuff. So anyway. I think I'm going to click off and call it a night in just a second. And but just double check the chat. Billy Kershaw says, our kid once had a moth stuck in his fuel line on his transit. Ripley's believe it or not. Well, actually, I do believe it. Do you know why I believe it? I put a video on one of my channels. I think it was on my volleyball channel, actually, after I took the air filter out of my camper. All right? I had 6 mummified mice in the air filter. And the air filter was 3-year-old, 2-year-old, hadn't been anywhere over the pandemic. 6 mummified flipping mice. As well as the pipe, and it's around the air filter. They've been chewing at the air filter as well. I've got another new air filter I need to get for it. So yeah, I do believe it. And the other thing is, you're saying a moth. We have a lot of problem with hornets. And what they do is, they get into the air filter boxes and they make all those like little mud nests. And they block all the and also in the exhaust as well. I had that problem on my motorbike on the air intake filter. So I have to make sure I run it occasionally to gas them. Yeah, cheers, but yeah. Caroline's gonna be back next Wednesday. She's away at the moment, so the cat's away, the mice will play. I'm trying to do bits and pieces around the house, but I'm really struggling to keep up with everything at the moment. So obviously the dogs, got to walk the dogs, got to look after the house. I've got to obviously look after me, and I've got to try and earn a little bit of money on this channel, which is failing miserably. Oh my god, it's really bad, really bad. But if it comes to it, I'll just have to stop. I keep saying stop. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to cancel the channel. What will happen is I'll really cut right back. But hopefully I can build the other channels up to compensate. I'll have no choice because even with the memberships and the Patreon, I can't live on. Obviously, can't live on it. Obviously, so either I've got to get some woodworking, which fits well with my volleyball channel, my woodworking channel. So I do the two together then. But then if I can get any work in, you see, that's always debatable, isn't it? But then again, there's plenty of work here. If you want to go to people's houses to do it, the problem here, I could get work now. I could phone people up now, tonight even, and say, I need a job, mate. And I'll get a job. I've got no problems there at all. Because I'm woodworking, but I'd have to go on site. And that job, I don't do jobbing, actually the contracts, jobbing for customers. There's loads of people asking me for, can I do this and do that? The problem is it involves me going places, and what I won't do is break the law. And the reason why I say that is you have to have a decennial insurance here, which is flipping expensive. And basically you have to guarantee all your work for 10 years, any building or maintenance works and stuff like that. You've got to guarantee it for 10 years. It has to be insurance back with decennial insurance. But it costs a flipping fortune. I know a lot of people don't bother with it, but I don't. I live here in France. I got a car short and I want to keep it. I don't want to say to me, you can bugger off now because you broke the law. No, I don't want to do that. So, the work I do want to do is in the workshop. So someone will tell me, can you make us this or make us that, like we used to before Brexit. That's what I do. But I'll have to build it up again. That won't happen overnight. So anyway, it's time for me to go. So I'm going to say ta-ta, you know, and thanks for coming. The Suzuki Hornet, was it? Well, I got a Suzuki GX 1400, GXX 1400. It's a bit of a beast. It's a monster. It's way too big for me. You know, too powerful already for me. It's torquey. It's not a pocket rocket, but it's really, really torquey bike. It's a lovely thing. I've had it for a few years now, and it's about 2001. It's an old bike. So, yeah, it's a brilliant thing there. I love it. Been to all over the place on that. Done 2 trips to Italy on it. You can't get small firms to take on small jobs here. Yeah, I don't know what it's like there in Belgium, but here it's the laws are really complicated. Well, not complicated. You just got to do as you're told. So like trading names and all that sort of stuff you've got to think about. And currently I'm on quite simple. I don't know what happened, but we went on the auto entrepreneur scheme, which you pay tax on your turnover, which isn't good. And we just before Brexit, I literally better to do the paperwork to go into the next one with real sympathy, which basically means you then can declare all your expenditures and stuff. And then Brexit happened, and all of a sudden I just see it. All the customers were just disappearing one after the other, and they were moving back to the UK. They were scared, they were worried, they're frightened, which I understand. And so I thought, hang on, it's not a very good idea for me to go to the next stage up, because you have to prepay some tax. We'd have to pay like $5-6 grand a year tax up front. They split it over each quarter, but we'd have to pay up front. Well, you're ahead all the time. Is it right? Ahead all the time? No, you're not. You'll be behind. Anyway, you got to pay your tax before you even earned it, which would be a bit of a bummer. So we stopped the process. I'm glad we did, because then we got the pandemic as well. So it's still just an AI. But the problem with that is I have to pay tax on my turnover, which is a flipping nightmare. You know, and I'm not one for tax avoidance because it's just risky. It's dangerous. People grass you up, you know. Have you a funny to sign off on? A funny what? I've got a few funny-ish ones, I suppose. Yeah, I can do that. Have I got that there now? I've got that one. I can do that one. Where's half my videos gone? Running. Why does it just say running? I'm confused. Oh, Running Man. Oh yeah, I think we need to have this one, obviously.
I pledge that I will serve you
reasons.
with integrity and humility, and I will work day in, day out to deliver for the British people.
Integrity. What integrity? You know what? I've said this before, actually. Rishi Sunak is worse than Boris Johnson. I think Rishi Sunak has got less integrity than Boris Johnson. That's saying something. Smarmy little fucking little git. Oh, what we got? Oh, well, Mad Monk's Girls. I can't do the Chinese kid. Although somebody said it's something worried me about that, so I didn't want to play that one. Got Wally Cam. Don't forget the Wally Cam. Plus on Wally Dogs. Look at his plot from down when he's running. Music. I do little video clips like that, but then other ones as well. That was really short. Chat capture. Oh, what can we do? Oh, I'll tell you what, we'll do a few. And then I'll finish up on another one. So, anyway, I'm going to say ta-ta, and I'll say it again in a minute. And thanks to mods and what have you. Have I got any mods here now, or they all run away? I think all my mods have run away. Oh, you could have got away with murder. Right. Corrupt, yes. Yeah, that's the difference, isn't it? But Boris is openly corrupt, and Rishi Sunak is tried to get away with it, and he's getting away with it. He's got away with it. And now he's getting away with it, even though we know about it. No, baby, no. I had a Honda 900 RR. Oh God, back in the day, but it was too much bike, so I sold it after a year. Yeah, look, a lot of these bikes are just whoa power, crikey. Now my bike is more about torque. You know, you don't have to change gear. It's just so much oomph. It's 4-cylinder 1400. That's like a flipping, I don't know, car engine in it, and the motorbike. You know, 1400, small car engine. Nurses should have said when Bojo had corona, sorry, we've got no beds. Yeah. Oh, that would have been good. Yeah. Put them in the bin, please. Joe 90 on. Yeah, Joe 90. He's a flipping automaton, isn't he? He's a bot. Richie bot. Oh, dear. Tax on turnover. Yes, Billy Kershaw. I pay tax on turnover. It's called the AI scheme, the Auto Entrepreneur Scheme. And what it did is it came in with Sarkozy brought it in because originally there was nothing for startups that just people could just earn a bit of money. It was only all you could do was set yourself up as a self-employed person and then pay your tax up front, and it'd be at least 4,000 you'd have to pay. Obviously, you didn't get the startups. The thing is, with the Auto Entrepreneur Scheme, you move on to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. And that was my plan until flipping Brexit. And my customers just literally started. That's why I started this channel, because of what happened there. And it's, but it's peril. Okay. Tax on turnover. Yeah. Yeah, that's a bummer. So what you try and do, you try and get the customer to pay, you know, set up an account to buy materials if you're doing site work, whatever, or bring the materials and the stuff to you. Or sometimes they give you a bit of money, then you go and buy the materials on their behalf. I've had times people give me their credit card. Do it that way. I could do anything I could do. Oh, I could have bought anything I could. Oh, yeah. So that way you're just paying your tax on the actual profit margin, which it makes it a bind. It does make it a bind. So yeah, this you see, I can't declare any of my equipment on what I'm doing here. So everything that I have come in, I have to pay tax on. So it all goes through the bank, and we've got a business account, so it all goes through the bank. So it's just one of the things, isn't it? It's just one of the things. Everyone's in the same boat, you see, or maybe on a similar boat. It's just how it is here. So I'm not worried about that though, to be honest. I don't earn enough to worry about it. Well, not now anyway. I was doing quite well actually before Brexit. My business was doing really well. Oh my God, a Thomas moped. Oh blimey. Good night, Amble. Honda, Suzuki Hornet. Oh, I had a Suzuki GSX 1400. I've had Hondas before. I've had Hondas. I had 3 Hondas actually. I had a CG 125, CB 100. I had Carousel ER 5, 500cc, and then I had a Honda Transalp, which was 600cc. Anyway, that's him. That's mobile. I've had several others as well. I can't remember more. Anyway, time to go. So I'm going to leave you with something. That's what I'll leave you with. Ooh. Start with
all the bread or not?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, then we take them all. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, can I take off the meat and you leave me the bread?
No, everything will be confiscated. Welcome to the Brexit, sir. I'm sorry.
Oh my.
But the structural reforms that we're about to deliver include the Brexit Freedoms Bill. The Brexit Freedoms Bill is a fantastic piece of legislation, defining constitutional piece of legislation that will...
Right, so my plan would be, and again this is just my own personal opinion, is that these people who have to live somewhere, let's have them in a tent, in the middle of a field, 6 o'clock every morning, let's have them in the fields, picking potatoes or any current seasonable vegetables, back in the tent, cold shower, lights out, 6 o'clock, the same the next day. That would be my solution.
Little custard, I'll write that down.
We're going to build the wall. Mexico's going to pay for the wall. We're going to stop drugs from coming in.
Oh, he's awful. Oh, okay, what now? That one, done that one. Oh,
In December, I'll be in Beijing, opening up new pork markets.
It's not my freedom of expression to protest violently. No, you can't just start a riot or glue yourself to the roads and get away with it. Yes, friends, as Attorney General, I had to go to court to get some of these simple truths established. The judges agreed with me last week in the Court of Appeal in the Colston statue case. And that's why our public order bill will empower our police to stop this nuisance. So whether you're Just Stop Oil or Insulate Britain or Extinction Rebellion, you cross a line when you break the law, and that's why we'll keep putting you behind bars.
We need to fund the furthest behind first. And for too long, the political debate has been dominated by the argument about how we distribute a limited economic pie. Instead, we need to grow the pie so that everyone gets a bigger slice.
everyone wants a bigger slice of the pie, don't they? Well, I'm gonna leave you with. Ooh, hang on. What next? Definitely that one.
By the way, I've been wondering what that special place in hell looks like for those who promoted Brexit without even a sketch of a plan how to carry it safely. Thank you.
The most significant electoral victory of recent times and an 80-seat Conservative majority. And yet, today, I see the same old faces, the same voices, the same old politicians making the same old tired predictions. I see a group of spineless ditherers, devoid of answers to any of the challenges the world faces or that our country faces. And yet, they're there, baying with disapproval at the tough but necessary decisions that our government has to make. And where, I ask myself, is the leadership from their so-called leader?
I will serve you with integrity and humility, and I will work day in, day out to deliver for the British people.
Oh my Gideon, is that a crazy person? Oh, it's the missus. Well, welcome to our Rewilding project here in France. Oh look, there's another crazy person. Oh, it's me. And the dogs, obviously, they do like to help. Usually by watering the trees just after a plant at them. So what are we trying to achieve? Well, we're trying to plant 1,000 trees on 2 hectares of land. Oh, I say. Since we started this project, we became more aware of habitats for the little critters. Yeah, on this land here, where this other crazy person is. Yeah, okay. Well, as you can see, we're progressing nicely. We're planting trees all over this land that we are there. And, as far as the eye can see, eventually, up to the tree line anyway. So, there's Artemis. There's spawns and Schmidt. See, lots of signs with names on. I know. You're wondering, how do I get my name on one of them signs? Well, check out the link in the description and be a part of the project. Oh, you see, it's not just sticking the trees in the ground and watering and what have you. No, we have to protect the signs and put them with the trees. Yeah, just the little birdies, now they've got somewhere to live. And a little sowing of some wildflowers for the bees. Eventually, your signs will be mounted in the trees. When they're big enough to, well, hold them. Some of these trees were planted last year, and they got a little bit weedy. So I sent out the missus to do a bit of hoeing and a bit of direction too. You missed a bit, you missed another bit, and that bit there, and that bit. Bird box construction commences. Yeah, that's 60 of them. The smaller trees, well, they need a little bit of protection. And a drink of water. Oh, that's the idea. You got it, that's it. Oh, so does that one. Oh, so does that one. Oh, so does that one. She didn't put enough down, so I had to go after her and put more down behind her. Oh dear. Well, I will with the missus about that, I will. Okay. Oh, bugger. Oh, that'll teach me. Now what? Every tree, as it matures, well, we need to keep the bases clear from weeds and what have you, and all sorts of little suckers. So here we are, making a sign, yeah. A wooden sign using the router. Oh, ain't they cool? Look at that. Get the old dust out, sand the tops off, a little bit of paint now, maybe. Oh, there you go. A little bit of that. Oh, no, wait. Oh, bugger. Oh, Christ. Oh, there we go. Not that I'm too impatient. Oh, that's the sand anyway. Oh, there you go. We're not only buying trees from the local nursery, no, we're making our own, propagating them. And these willows are for the arbours. And you could have an arbour too. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, where's that? Where's Matt? I lost Matt. Our bird colony efforts have been working. Yes. Yes, they have. Camel birds. Camel birds. Oh my Gideon. Oh, is that the end? No. Because me and my dear missus would like to thank you all for your kind contributions that help this project along. But if you haven't done so already, and you would like to have your name with a tree, or maybe in memory of a loved one, there is a GoFundMe link down below in the description for which you can make a contribution and get your very own little tree, which will grow into a big tree, and we will look after that. So remember, link in the description down below. I salute you. Ta-ta.